This UAF organisation, which was there to attack us, is formally backed by a large number of MPs, including Mr Cruddas, including David Cameron. This is an organisation, it's not ordinary people attacking us. This is an organisation funded by the Labour Party, with taxpayers' money, and backed by the entire political class.
And you have evidence you could show us of that?
Indeed, I could. The Searchlight organisation has been financed with lottery money. There's organisations such as North Scarf in the middle of England, or TWAFA, who are all associated with this Unite group in the North East. TWAFA are funded to the tune of £25,000 a year by 5 Labour-controlled councils. That's taxpayers' money being used to organise mobs to attack a lawful, legitimate, peaceful political party. It's disgraceful.
But clearly there is quite a lot of opposition to you. I mean, not that many people voted for you at the elections. You got 2 people into Europe. But obviously you're going to face protests and criticism. Would you prefer to sit down and debate with them? Would you debate with the group that were protesting today?
We debate with them. We'll debate with anyone. They have a no-platform policy. They won't debate with us. People are absolutely entitled to protest as noisily as they like against the British National Party or anything else in this country. They're not entitled to throw eggs or, as Mr Cruddas said, rocks at their political opponents.
What about the way you deal with those in the crowd today? There are some pictures that show that you're surrounded by some gentlemen who were pretty robust in the way they dealt with passers-by. A lady in a red coat just being elbowed in the throat there.
There were no passers-by here. This was a mob who were there with the express intention of attacking me, attacking cameramen, and doing me and my colleagues, particularly Andrew Bronze, our other recently elected MEP, serious physical harm. And I make no apologies for having a small group of security people there who had to push those people out of the way. I'd rather it was done by the police, but the police, no doubt on orders from the Home Office, stood on the other side of the street and watched as we were attacked by a pre-organised mob of far-left thugs funded by the Labour Party.
Do you have evidence that the police were ordered by the politicians to stay on the other side of the road?
Well, I rather suspect so, because why else do police who are there to protect order simply stand and watch when there's a serious breach of public order and when myself and colleagues are being attacked by a mob outnumbering us by 10 to 1.
The police now say that they're investigating the fact that some protesters have been taken to hospital or treated after what they claim are allegations of a common assault involving a road traffic accident, a collision with a vehicle. At the centre of this protest. Do you know anything about that?
I don't know about that. I was bundled into a car. I'm still wearing egg on my suit from these people. All of us were kicked and punched and hit. And if in their haste one of this mob has managed to get themselves in front of a car, then I'm afraid that's their problem and not ours.
So your security people that you talk about, I assume the party employs them. You don't feel that they were over-robust in the way they dealt with people today?
No, this mob are talking about smashing people, about killing me and my colleagues. As I say, they outnumber us 10 to 1. We're absolutely entitled to defend ourselves, and anyone nearby actually has a common law obligation to help protect someone who's being attacked.
It looks rather aggressive,
We're
I
acting
have
within
to
the
say.
law.
I mean, I think people had better make up their own minds from these pictures. It looked like a passerby, and it does look rather aggressive.
As I say, I can assure you I was there. There were no ordinary passers-by. This was a mob with everyone attempting to attack a very small group of people. It's absolutely outrageous. It's wrong. Of course, I would far rather that I'd rather the mob wasn't organised there in the first place.
Well, what I wonder about, Mr. Griffin, is how difficult is it going to be to carry on your duties as an MEP and Mr. Bronze in future and represent your constituents if there's going to be this sort of protest attracted to you?
Well, it's obviously, you're right, it's a very, very serious problem. And I, again, appeal to the politicians of the old political parties to take Mr. Cruddas as a device and stop treating us outsiders, accept that we're democratically elected, and just let us get on with our job. And our job includes looking after constituents and talking to the press.
You weren't democratically elected to Westminster. You were democratically elected to the European Parliament. Just wondered what you were doing at the House of Parliament today.
Well, the British National Party doesn't believe we should be in the European Parliament, so we'd rather not draw attention to it by having press conferences there. And we're outside the Houses of Parliament because that's where all the media are used to going. Everyone knows where we're going to. It's where press conferences are normally held. And we were in London instead of Manchester or Leeds because this is where most of the press in this country are based. So we came down here for your convenience.
In future, obviously, you're now going to be paid for out of the public purse by taxpayers of this country and of Europe to represent them, represent everybody in your constituency. Is this going to throw up some problems in the way that you run and organise and have the rules of your party?
No, not at all. You know, I expect, for instance, people are saying, will I represent Muslims from my constituency? Of course I will if they come to me. A number of our councillors do a lot of work with Muslim women who are the victims of violence, and the other politicians, because it's politically incorrect to talk about Islamic violence against women, they won't touch the subject. We will. Overall, I expect most Muslim constituents of mine will go to the Labour Party, which has looked after them and their community very well in recent years. I expect they'll go to them first. But if they come to me, I'll treat them like any other constituent, because that's what they are.